So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever had an awkward kiss with a relative?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really think about that. But what? You?
No. Yeah, no, I have a really awkward one. So
Yeah.
this one time I kind of slipped and I ended up kissing my grandma on
Okay.
lips. Yeah. It was a little awkward, but I think it was more awkward for the rest of the people at the funeral.
Oh my fucking god! Jesus Christ! Oh.
Everybody, welcome to Not Rich Just Bored, episode number 6.
Yeah.
And once we do 660 more episodes, we'll have episode 666.
Ooh.
That'll be fucking scary. But yeah, don't worry. I did not really kiss my grandma at her funeral.
It's a joke.
A disclaimer: I did not make out with my dead grandma. My mom's gonna watch this and go, "Cody, you son of a bitch!" It was your uncle that kissed her, not you. Don't be spreading lies. Yeah. So, what have you been up to this week? I'm down in Lethbridge. That's why.
Yeah.
Again, the audio will be probably a little bit different than normal for me. So I just like to let people know, just in case it's
I'm actually I'm hoping I should order it in. I'm going to be buying a mic off of Buddy. But I still need to buy a mic, like a mount that I can hook onto the table, my
right.
desk, and then so I can be positioned correctly over the monitors. And then I need to get the cable for it, an XLR cable. And I can't find a stand or an XLR cable in our city.
Oh God,
Driving me insane.
Yeah, those can be hard to find. I know. Like not even Best Buy.
No, didn't find it there. It's funny because they have a kit. They have a whole like Blue Yeti kit that has like a desk stand built with the Yeti, and it's a nice setup. It's like $200.
Is that what you got? Was a Yeti?
No. I'm buying a. It's used. I'm getting it cheap.
Shout out to Whiskey Studios.
Yeah. The Audio Tech 2020.
Oh, Audio Technica. Yeah, that's a good mic.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was the old mics that TK used for his shows, and then we switched over to that clip style goes on your shirt.
Yeah, the linear mic or whatever they call it.
Yeah, and
like
Lavalin. Yeah, that's right. The I really like the Lavalin because I'm a person that likes to sit back in my seat, and I have a hard time or I'm moving everywhere sort of thing. And when we had that set up. Yeah, the Audio Technica or whatever. He had it on a mic stand that was on the floor, and it was like you couldn't adjust it at all, right? It was a very specific setup, so it was kind of a pain in the butt because we're all right near each other, so he has to have it like super sensitive, so you have to be like almost like friggin' like kissing the mic when talking, so you don't pick up the other guys. But the nice thing is with me now getting this set up, there's only me, so I don't have to worry about any reverb or anything like that.
Yeah, that's a nice thing about when it's a solo. And I mean, obviously, I haven't done a podcast like where it's close proximity like that, but I honestly like, just based on my experience back in the day on YouTube, like trying to get the best out of, like I used a Blue Yeti for most of my YouTube videos, and I remember like it was so frustrating originally. You had to balance the gain just right, otherwise like somebody would be talking in the other room and you pick them up. Like it was just that sensitive. But I think mics these days, it's pretty good. Like Like, well, look at people like Joe Rogan. They have the mics right across from each other, and they're talking. Like, they're not talking quiet either.
Those are
And
and with those ones though, I think they're directional mics that
yeah,
they
well,
have.
they definitely are. They're definitely like cardioid mics that, and they have it set up so that you pretty much have to have the mic a fist away from your face to
Yeah,
be able to pick up your voice. So
yeah,
it is set up that way. But like, yeah, I remember that being a bigger problem back in the day. But with podcasts being a bigger thing now and people doing it like that in a studio, like Impulsive or Rogan or anything like that, then
yeah,
they've kind of made the mics to fit that. So
yeah.
th- th-
The I think if we ended up having like a setup where we're just like talking in front of each other sort of thing, not over like computers, I think like you need to get one of those stands that have like what the heck are they called? It's like anti-shock mics, I think. And so
anti
you can yeah, they're anti-shock mics. So it's like if you hit the mic stand by accident, or your mic, it's not going to shake, and then you're not going to hear kind of thing.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best way to get elbow sort of thing.
I know I had that in the one horror game when I recorded it because I remember I ended up like getting jump scared so bad that I knocked over my webcam and my mic. It was too funny.
Yeah,
And I remember like during that part of the video, all you hear is like like a little scratching noises. Like
yeah.
it was hilarious.
The it's kind of crazy. Like we both stream and stuff, and like you started just using Streamlabs not too long ago, right?
Streamlabs, I've been using them for a while.
Oh, you have? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like, and it's funny because a lot of people will confirm this, but like, when we're playing, a bunch of us are like eating snacks and stuff like that. And when we're playing like a game like Phasmophobia, where we have to get off, what we do is we get off of Discord for our
yeah,
chat and we just use in game. And but like that's like true audio you're getting out of that game. So like when we're eating in Discord, like I'll eat in Discord or whatever and talk, not during the show, but um there's Discord has a really good filter system. We kind of talked about it already about Kyle, where Kyle
oh
will
yeah,
make weird noises or scream, but Discord's usually pretty good at kind of cutting that down, especially like eating and stuff. But yeah, so like when we're playing Faz, I'll forget about that and I'll like eat, and then everyone will be like, "What the fuck is that fucking sound?"
yeah.
the so yeah, the where was I gonna Steam Labs or Streamlabs, right? Uh, I for the longest time didn't know that there's filter setups and I didn't know how to approach it and stuff. And like I was just thinking about it like in the past, like how I was doing some streams and I'd be eating, and the fact that I'll be like, oh fuck, like the viewers, if I had any viewers that day, fuck would they be fucking irritated because you're like
Yeah.
it's just like munching sounds. But there's actually really good filters on Streamlabs.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I what I recommend for you is or anyone is just YouTube. Like, YouTube is like infinite knowledge, in theory.
Oh yeah.
And
Want
yeah,
I want it to be the guy from Chills. I want
yeah.
him to explain it to me. So you can go, do you know how to set up I gotta do it. Do you know how to set up the filters on Streamlabs? I will walk you through it.
Yeah.
Do, do you think this is a real filter or is it a fake? Like in the comments below. I love that. I always say that to Dylan, and he always
Yeah, yeah, he's pretty good at it. And you are
yeah.
too.
Well, I always get him going with it. I'm like, Dylan has a bottle collection. Will he recycle it, or will he realize that it's not worth anything and just throw
Oh.
it in the fucking garbage?
Yeah. I remember that night when we helped him move there. And I
Oh,
remember when we were making the joke when it's like
don't
when
even.
when when 3/4 of moving his stuff is to us garbage.
We literally had a box. We had a box of fucking Captain Morgan bottles. I'm like, why are we moving this?
Yeah.
We should be sending this to the homeless shelter and be like, hey guys, here's some bottles to recycle.
Yeah.
It's like, Ellen, what's this? An old beat ass Coke bottle with your ex girlfriend's name from 10 years ago. Better bring it along. Donald, we love you, but throw that fucking Coke bottle out.
He took his girl, man. I'm just kidding.
No, that was Justin. Justin stole my girlfriend.
Yeah, Justin Slade. Yeah.
And I'm still mad about it. That's why he's not on the podcast today. I just said no. I said, hey, you know what? No, I don't even want you to show up. All right? One of these days we're gonna have like an episode where like he finally comes back on, and I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be like one of those like The Notebook or something where it's like an emotional scene. It's just gonna be me like, all I ever wanted was for you to show up, just one damn day. What do you want? What do you want? Oh, okay. That reminds me.
Yeah.
In my hotel room yesterday, I watched a freaking. It's an awesome movie. I never knew about it before, and I just watched it because of the cast. It's called Air America. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, it was it was released in 1990, I believe, and it's
Okay.
I think it was 1990, but it's actually Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
A young Robert Downey Jr. with Mel Gibson.
Really?
Yeah, and it's about them going into Vietnam as like Robert Downey Jr. is like a news helicopter pilot, and then but he wants more action in life, so he decides to. This guy takes him up on his offer, Mel Gibson or whatever, and then they go into this army, or I can't remember the full plot, but then they go to Vietnam and he's like a chopper pilot, and it's a really silly movie.
Yeah.
But it's actually hilarious to see Robert Downey Jr. so young, because I really haven't watched any of his like old stuff. Mm-hmm. The only thing I really watched of him was like I think he was a bully in a movie. I could be. It was like Brain Dead or something like that.
Isn't Marshall or Fugitive one of the two?
Is he in there?
U.S. Marshal, I think.
U.S.
One
Marshals.
of the Tommy Lee Jones movies where they're going after Wesley Snipes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think. Oh no, U.S. Marshal is because it's in the same universe because the first one is Harrison Ford. I think that's the Fugitive.
Yeah, yes, and yeah, U.S. Marshals is Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in there. Yeah, I remember because it's funny because I don't remember him from that movie, but that makes sense. That makes sense though because I watched that movie in 1998. Like I literally the last time I watched U.S. Marshals was when I was like a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's funny because I never pieced together because I was a kid that it was a sequel to The Fugitive technically.
Yeah, I actually honestly didn't know about that till later on.
Well,
more or less recently.
Well, yeah, me same because it's not called The Fugitive 2. It's literally just called U.S. Marshals, and I think Tommy Lee Jones like the only character that's reprised. Like Harrison Ford's not in it.
Yeah, Harrison Ford's not in it. No.
Yeah, and then Wesley Snipes is. Yeah, it's Tommy Lee Jones and Wesley Snipes and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the cast, but I imagine you maybe looked at the cast already. But
yeah, he even looks pretty young in that. Because what was Iron Man? Iron Man was what 2006, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Or was it? Oh no, it was definitely 2008, I think. Yes, it was. Yeah, I just looked it up. It was 2008. Because I always think about high school because I graduated in 2008, and Iron Man came out when I was working at the video store.
Yeah.
So I knew it. I have this like vivid memory of certain releases that came out while I was at the movie store.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was one of them. Yeah. a movie store, Ryan. Imagine that. People came in and they gave me money, and then I gave them a videotape to take home for a couple days.
I just looked up, by the way, the cast, and actually quite a few came back.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, yeah. I'm really horrible with names, so I'm just not gonna pronounce them. But it looks like 1, 2, 3, 3 people came back.
Oh,
They're
really?
kind of like his team, sort of thing.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah,
Get out.
yeah. Um,
That was from Happy Gilmore, just so you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think they're on Netflix. Actually, those movies.
yeah, it looks like they are according to that. It's saying Netflix, but
Nice.
yeah, yeah, the U.S. Marshals thing. I think our buddy John there. I think he was the one that told me. I think he was the one that uh, told me about that about U.S. Marshals being a sequel. And I'm sure if I watched it today, like if I had watched it as an adult, I would have been like, "Oh yeah, I get it."
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it goes. So a lot of these movies, you watch with like your childlike mind, and you don't really remember them the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that era America though, if you look it up, like yeah, it didn't get good reviews, but it was I don't know, it was a fun movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if it
Well,
was a fun I don't know if it was a fun movie because it was a good movie, or if it was just like because it was cool to see like a fairly young Mel Gibson with a really young Robert Downey Jr.
hmm well, the thing, and we've talked about this already in podcast, is you can't really go off reviews.
No, you can't.
Some of our most favorite movies are like really badly rated. Literally, our first podcast is talking about Resident Evil,
Oh yeah.
the new one.
Well, we're the official Resident Evil podcast.
Yeah, with official action. And funny enough, I actually have. Oh, I'll leave that till the end. But
Oh,
the
you
new,
don't you dare, you
not
teaser.
not the movie, but
Oh.
I got they related to the Resident Evil, anyways.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
Is it a
yeah.
good thing?
It's actually pretty cool. It's
Is it
actually
pretty
pretty cool.
sexy? Okay. Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to
Yeah,
it. We're gonna keep everybody in suspense on that one.
yeah.
So, I was gonna say we were talking about Impulsive earlier, but I was gonna say, did you see that video? I'm sure you saw the video clip of the Island Boys that were the first people to walk off his podcast.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
Because
that
they were mad about that guy trying to give them advice or something, and he
yeah,
took offense to it.
what's his name? Mike Majeka,
Uh,
Mike Malik or something.
I'm not too sure.
I can't remember his name, but he's like the co-host producer type deal on there.
Oh no, no, it wasn't Mike.
Isn't
Mike
it?
wasn't
No,
there at the time.
I thought that's who it was.
Uh,
Look it up. Who
it
caused him
was
to walk off? I thought for sure it was Mike. Who made the bitches walk off Impulsive? Oh,
let's see here.
um, I don't.
I know Mike is
Yeah.
like been usually Mike was kind of in the podcast before. Um, I'm completely
Oh, oh, oh,
blanking as well.
oh, George Janko.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, that's who it was. Is he? I don't watch the show regularly. Is he on the show regularly?
I think he's becoming a regular. I haven't watched in a while myself.
Yeah, I think I've only ever really watched one, and that was the one with the wolf on it.
Yeah.
And that's because those were cool stories. And
Oh yeah.
honestly, like for what it's worth, though, I think it's a good podcast. Like
It is. It
I
is. Yeah.
I think he's got a good setup, and you know
Oh yeah. His
it's
setup,
fun.
like, man, it's nice when you have that money, right?
Yeah, got that dollar bill, y'all. That Disney
It
Channel skrill.
it's honestly smart. I think it's um where Logan has Logan and his brother, and like everyone has their opinions about him. Like
Yeah,
it is what it is. But at the same time, they're making really good business. Like Jake's doing the boxing thing, and then he's trying to,
yeah.
I guess, people can take what it is, but he's trying to do something with the boxing
Yeah.
career and the wages around that. And then Logan's doing his thing with the podcast and other stuff. I think the podcast is a smart idea.
Yep.
Because again, like there's like the idea of people that are we stream on Twitch. There's streamers on YouTube.
Yep.
There's YouTube like content creators. Let's put it that way. Sorry, content creators. But eventually, does your audience keep growing with you, or does it become you become to a point of irrelevant? Sorry, I'm fucking bad with English. But
Hermaphrodite.
you just kind of fade away in the shadow, right? And
Yeah, you
I
become
feel like,
irrelevant. Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can't say the word. But like, so he has this podcast thing. That's kind of like he's making these other business decisions, and
Yeah.
I think it's really smart.
Well, for a guy like him, like I said, really for any famous person, I mean, not us because we're not rich. We're just bored.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
please give us money.
whammy!
Whammy. But yeah, no, it's literally though for any famous person, you're literally leaving money on the table if you don't have a podcast.
Yeah,
Because there's gonna be somebody that wants to watch you. You know,
yeah.
if you got a following, like fuck man, literally everybody almost has a podcast. Like,
Hmm.
does Dan Aykroyd have one? Because he could totally be on
I
ours if he doesn't.
honestly wouldn't be surprised if he didn't.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up. It's probably called like the occult. Raise a cult. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a call here again. Do you get it?
Dude, I'm just
What?
checking right now. I typed in Google Dan Aykroyd
Uh,
podcast.
it's just him and Larry King doing shots of Crystal Skull vodka.
The is this seriously like? Let's
Is it?
listen to
Wait,
audio. I think it is, dude. I think it is a legit.
there's a WTF podcast with Dan Aykroyd, but I think he's just a guest on it.
Oh,
Look at this. It's on Google. People also ask, does Dan Aykroyd have a podcast? Is Dan Aykroyd a car guy? What does Dan Aykroyd believe in? What is Dan Aykroyd doing now?
yeah. Oh, yeah. The Dan Aykroyd podcast.
Yeah, I fucking knew it.
That's funny.
I'm gonna have to get in his comments, get in his DMs. I mean, besides some sponsoring this podcast, of course. Drink,
Yeah.
drink plenty of Crystal Skull vodka, please.
I wonder if he actually like. I'll have to listen to one of his episodes to see if he actually does.
I'm like, today's podcast is sponsored by Not Rich, Just Bored. Who the fuck are these guys? Mr. Aykroyd, you've been sponsoring them for the last 4 episodes. I don't know anything about this. I only know about my double distilled, triple distilled Crystal Skull vodka. Sorry, that's quadruple distilled.
Yeah, quadruple. Yeah, get it right. Get it right. Get it
Herkimer,
right or pay the price.
Herkimer diamonds. I can't even like properly do my Dan Aykroyd impression right now. I got too much inflammation in my nose. I was so hungry. I ate a large pizza before the podcast.
Pieces, my boy.
I literally worked all day. I didn't have anything to eat. I was like literally falling over. And so like I'm just leaving the shop and I order a large pizza from Papa John's. And like because there's a Papa John's right next to the hotel. So I go out there, I grab that son of a bitch, and I avoid the crackheads like the plague. And then I get into the hotel and I just fucking just destroy it. Normally, if I get a large pizza here, it's like normally half maybe, and then half the next day.
The
Fuck no, not today.
like,
Also,
I don't know why. I guess this has been a meme for us kind of the past few weeks. But all I can think of is when you're ordering your pizza, they're like, "What would you like, sir?" And you're like, "Live food, live bodies." And if people are really confused by that, it's Cody can explain that a little bit better than I can.
Yeah, that's a reference to Jay Kordich, the father of juicing from
he
the
uses it.
John Trot video. I just love that part. Like literally, John. I hope he comes on this podcast one day. I hope we get big enough to have John on here because he fucking cracks me up so much. Like the part of that video where he's like, "Hey Jay, PR lesson number one: don't ever go. I have bodies ever."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Jay Kordich. He's like, I have food, live bodies.
Yeah, he's like, he's licking his lips when he says live, or no, no live food, and then
Yeah, live. It's live food, live bodies. But he's like this. I turned off sound suppression so it doesn't suppress me. It's like this. It's like live food. Oh god.
oh, there he is.
Okay,
Press
I think
the wrong button.
yeah, I need the noise suppression.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, well, earlier you brought up Impulsive with Logan Paul there,
Yes.
and there's, I guess, a thing going around with him buying like what the heck is it? Game Boy Colors.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to touch on this for a second because I feel like people are overreacting to this, but
Okay, thank you.
yeah, it was Logan, right? Not Jake.
Yeah, it was Logan. Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I always get them fucking mixed up. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe because they're fucking twins. But
Pretty much.
but anyways, I always had a problem with people are losing their shit because he made this. He made this. What it was like a table.
Yeah, table.
That what is it? Wood on the bottom? I can't remember. But basically, he lined up these fucking Game Boy colors, like 15 of them. Poured acrylic. It looks like on them.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, it's acrylic.
Yeah.
And then he put a top piece on, and then they dried in acrylic. It's a cool table that looks like it's just a clear. It's a clear table with it looks like Game Boys are floating in the middle essentially.
Yeah.
Right, and it's a cool piece of art, whatever. But like people are losing their fucking shit over it. Going like that's collectible game stuff. Those are rare. That's so much money. So much a waste of money. It's like, guys, he bought the fucking Game Boys. He could do what he wants to them.
Exactly, man. That's the thing that drives me nuts with these people. That like I don't understand why he's getting. People like care so much about other people's fucking opinion, right? Like it's just weird like that. And maybe we're subject on other people's opinions too, but it's just like that's so dumb. Why are you wasting your time putting a comment,
Yeah.
that could have went to someone's kid? No one's, I don't know, but this is again my viewpoint, my opinion, but no one's going to go out and buy an overpriced fucking old handheld console that your phone can do better now than one of those retro things. Like little kids are not interested in old technology. You know what I
No.
mean? That's just a thing of our past. And like, how do you know what kind of state those Game Boys were in? I don't know if he ever explained that. Last time I heard, he just was showing videos of him doing this. For all we know, those could be bricked. Now he has the money that he could just go and buy the shit. And again, it's his money. He owns those. He can do whatever he wants with them.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. To me, it makes as much sense as holding on to them for 50 years and then passing away, and then your kids just going to take them to a fucking secondhand store and selling them for $5 a piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
That's my viewpoint. Now I know there's people that are really big in the whole collecting thing and stuff, but like that's my viewpoint on it. Like that's why I don't really truly collect much stuff because it's just um like other than like the truck that I have, like having sentimental value, like with family.
yeah,
Other than
yeah,
that, like I as much as I have memories, man, growing up, N64 and stuff like that. I love those consoles, but they're memories. I'm done with them. They're part of the past, and that can stay the past. You know, you like
yeah.
no one's like like I don't know anyone that goes, "Oh man, I'm so glad to have my N64," and be like, "Ah, this is such a great console." Because you know what happens? Fucking it the not the sentimental value, but the nostalgia fades away pretty quick as soon as you hold on to an N64 controller. You're like, "How in God's green earth did I fucking play this game?"
Oh,
With the
I'm pretty sure I've said this on the podcast before, but maybe I don't remember. But every time I hear some fucking person say that they would rather play GoldenEye than like Call of Duty, I want to hit him. I want to hit him in the head
Mhm.
because GoldenEye is fucking dog shit. It controls like dog shit. It sucks ass. At
Yeah,
the time, it was awesome. It was a
yeah,
great game.
mhm,
And I mean, 007's awesome, and the story's awesome. The missions are awesome. But when you go back to play it, the controls suck ass.
yeah,
They fucking suck. If they remade that game, like HD version, kept it exactly the same, but made it with modern controls, it'd be awesome. It'd still be awesome. I don't have
yeah,
any problem with the graphics. I don't have any problem with the story. The music is fucking the literally the best the N64 has to offer.
yeah,
That's why we watched that meme video where the guy's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna need you to make
yeah,
I just need you to make some pause music. It's just for a GoldenEye movie tie-in video game."
yeah. Nothing special, and then he
Yeah,
goes plays it, and it's just like a
yeah.
jammer.
Do do
Yeah.
bow do. Literally, that pause music was like there's. I remember as a kid, like just literally pausing the music, pausing the game to listen to the music.
Hmm.
I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, just originally that music was they did a bang up job with the music in that
They seriously like I'm not even joking. I think GoldenEye would definitely be in my I'd say top 5 soundtracks on the Nintendo 64 easily.
yeah.
Like it's really good.
Hell yeah.
Like classics like Damn, even Damn has good music.
Cradle.
Cradle's the best.
Yeah.
Frigate,
Yeah.
Aztec, like all the bonus levels had kind of
Mhm. Yep.
cool, cool and creepy music.
Yeah.
I think it was mostly creepy because Baron Samedi just appears out of nowhere and goes, "Hoo-ah!"
Yeah.
And then he starts rolling around, and
Yeah.
then Bond just starts going,
All I can think
uh,
of is no, that's Duke Nukem. I'm thinking
"Yeah."
of.
That's one of my favorites of all time. Duke Nukem coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you and Dylan remember. You guys remember? I do this all the time. This is my impression of Duke Nukem in the fire.
What a weird sound for like fire damage.
I know, right? It sounds like it's like I told you guys. I'm like that's my sex noises. Here, this is exactly how it goes. This is exactly how an evening with.
I was gonna say, is that you after eating a whole large pizza,
No, me after eating a whole large pizza is me going. I ate because I'm depressed. I'm depressed because I eat.
or?
It's a vicious cycle. But yeah, for the ladies out there listening, this is a impression of an evening with me, as as told. Listen, as told by Duke Nukem. Okay, ready? Oh, Ah! Oh! That's it. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much. Oh my god.
I was
Turn,
actually I was talking to Dad a little while ago actually, and we kind of for a small bit we talked about yeah, Duke Nukem. I think I might have talked about it in the last podcast, but it's just funny how it's like, yeah, we were put it on a floppy disk. It was like 3.5 megabytes. It's like, oh man, that's big. I forget if that was on Windows 95 or Windows 97 that we did that on, but yeah.
Did you get it when it was brand new?
No, I don't feel like it was brand new at the time. I think it was like at the time
Are you talking about the side scroller or Duke Nukem 3D?
3D, but I had
Yeah.
played the side scrollers before that.
Yeah, because 3D was 1997, I believe. Well,
Was it
96, I
7?
think.
Okay, then there you go.
I think it came out in 96, and then maybe, yeah. And then 97 was, I think 97 was the 64 version,
Oh, okay.
which the 64 version had awesome music.
Hmm.
But yeah, we just went on a tangent.
Yeah, we did.
The Game Boy thing, though, for Jake, Logan Paul, not Jake, Logan.
Yeah.
Uh, at the end of the day, it's his shit. He can do what he wants with it.
Hmm.
Just it's like you said, a lot of stuff is nostalgic. That's fine, but you know what? It's not even about that. It's just people being petty because they don't like the guy, and I understand why they don't like the guy. He's a very they can be very unlikable because they're literally like the heel of YouTube. That's what they were.
Yeah.
It's a fucking YouTube is literally the World Wrestling Entertainment. There's always fucking heels and heroes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they literally played the heel and they played it well. Just like
Yeah.
how Keemstar does it. You know what? I don't think Keemstar's a bad guy. I think he just plays the bad guy because that's what gets him views.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? At the end of the day, the thing is people lose their mind on the content that the brothers make or anyone really truly makes.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is these people that criticize them are working
Yeah.
9 to 5 job like you and me. We're just
Yeah.
regular jobs, and those guys are making content, the content that tries to drive as many views as possible because that's their job. They decided to become a content creator, and they'll do what they need to do to make that content.
Yeah. This is the official Defending Jake and Logan Paul podcast.
Yeah, we're not
Uh
Resident Evil podcast anymore.
yeah. That's our side hobby now. No, I but like my biggest point that I made during this whole thing is if people were that mad, then why aren't they mad at James Rolfe, like the angry video game nerd?
Yeah,
He in his old episodes, he literally destroyed a game almost every episode.
I know.
Like, and everybody loved it. They thought it was funny, right? And it is funny.
It's that fact that because like as kind of he's just doing a character there, and
Yes.
he's also like as a funny thing is we all laugh because we enjoy it, and again
Yeah.
he's like the baby face, he's the good guy, he's not a heel type
Yeah.
of persona. So yeah, of course people love it, but it's like it's not like at the end of the day WWE's like wrestlers, they're playing a character for entertainment, heel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, and I think people understand that in WWE now, that it's an entertainment show, and like you boo at the heel even though you might actually really like that wrestler, you'll still boo him because he's a heel. But psychologically I think people can't get around that as for content creators. You know what I mean? Like I think Logan Paul has done a pretty good job of compared to what he did in the past with Tokyo and stuff like that. I think he's done a pretty good job of
Yeah, that
I
wasn't
don't
good.
yeah, that wasn't good. But he's what's the term? He's
Turned it around. No.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the simple
He's
way to put it. He's turned it around, and he's tried to do stuff for the better, and he's trying to become a better person. But again, because one in content creators, that's one of the consequences of being a content creator. You do, depending, I guess, who it is. You do one bad thing, and you get ridiculed for the rest of your life.
Yeah, unfortunately, the internet has a very long memory.
Yeah.
But in line with the Defending Logan Paul podcast, uh well, Jake Paul, I guess, is the Paul brothers in general. I'd just like to say also, like, fuck anybody that says that Jake can't box, because
Yeah.
that kid can fucking swing, and
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing. And there's so many people that are saying like that. What was it, Tyron Woodley, the rematch?
Yeah.
There's so many people saying like he he faked the match, he threw the match, and they're saying it because like Jake like shook his right glove, and then Tyron went after him, and then they knocked him out. And they're saying that the right hand was like a signal. It's like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of a heated match, and that was the signal. Shake your glove. It's like, no, they like boxers do that all the time. They shake their glove to, you know, they shake their
Yeah.
glove to, loosen up their hands and shit like that. It's like,
Well, like I was just gonna say, some people also use it as a distraction too, right?
yeah, there's that too. There's,
A
there's
fake out.
like bob weave, fake out, stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's like there's all, boxing isn't just about hitting people.
Hmm.
It's, it's crazy shit like that. But it's like, I really, I don't think it's fake. I really don't. I think it's legit, and good on him for pursuing a dream and
Yeah.
doing something productive.
Yeah. That's how I'm kind of at it. At like, like I'm not one of those people. Again, like I could care a less, to a degree. I'm not gonna get into it, but there's like one particular person that I could never care about ever. But most of the time, I could care less about your history.
Is it
Like,
Justin?
no, oh yeah, definitely,
It's
yeah,
Justin.
because he isn't here.
Yeah, fuck
No,
fuck that guy.
yeah,
Still my
but like,
girlfriend.
yeah, he's still his girlfriend. I'll never. I'm just kidding. The I have a more hate over it than you. I'm just kidding. The I could care less about a person's history, more or less. Like, like, especially celebrities that don't affect me in any sort of way.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, what is it? Kevin Hart a while back with Twitter, how he said something on there, and then all of a sudden it's like 11 years later, and then people are bringing up the past, and it's like, it's the past. You don't have to dig
yeah,
it up. It's not going to help you now. It literally, you're sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this sarcastically. But saying sorry from something 11 years ago isn't going to fix anything. It's not. And and if it somehow is affecting you, that is going to like, it's affecting you mentally, go get some help. Honestly, you need you.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
this
you
is
need
the real world.
you honestly, yeah. People need help if they can't leave the past in the past. And are you talking about what he got canceled from doing the Grammys or Oscars or what? He was going to host some award show. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
and then he
talking
got
about?
yeah, he was pretty
Yeah.
much like in this cancel culture bullshit. I think that
Yeah,
was
well,
happening.
they took like he's not canceled by any means. He's released
No, no,
many
no, no.
many movies since then,
Yeah, yeah,
but
100%.
like that they stopped him from hosting though. They
Yeah,
did.
and then on top of that, Ellen, I think when he was on that show, she was trying to force him to like, can you just say sorry? Because I know he did not want to. He's like, no, and then, but then I think she just, it just came under peer pressure, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, kind of thing. And it's just like I was so frustrated when he did that.
When was this?
That would have been a few years back now.
Was that okay? I never saw the Ellen clip, but
Here, let me see.
I heard rumors about him, yeah, being forced to apologize. Which, yeah, I think that's such horse shit. It's so clear. It's so clear that if you look back at the tweet,
Oh, I remember how that went. It was back in 2019. She called the Academy to help rehire Kevin Hart, but he had to say on her show that he had to apologize to LGBTQ community.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, right.
I would have just said no. Fuck you, you motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just
'Cause, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I that's really stupid to me.
yeah,
It's just I. And if you look back at the tweet, it was something like I like hoping his son doesn't grow up to be gay or something like that. It's like it's so clearly a joke.
yeah,
Like he's a comedian.
yeah.
You know,
And
it just,
that's where it comes down to. Like again, kind of bringing up the Paul brothers. Is I could care less. Like maybe when I was watching YouTube here and there, and I saw that, and I'd be like frustrated to look like oh great, is these videos again. But like at the end of the day, like it doesn't affect me. I don't have to watch them. Why waste your time
yeah,
complaining over that? And I guess people could argue like over this what the subject that we're talking about. I guess is a subject though, but it's just the idea like don't
yeah,
don't worry about other people's actions. Like little
yeah,
little stuff like that doesn't hurt people.
yes,
Hurts sensitive people that need to grow the fuck up.
yeah. And if, like I said, if they're doing something actually like against the law or like something that's actually egregious, then yeah, call it out. But if it's just something as simple as I didn't like their YouTube video, I didn't like this, it's like just don't watch them.
Yeah.
Again, even though we're the official defending the Paul Brothers podcast, uh, I don't, I don't, I could say this 100%. I don't watch them.
Mhm.
I enjoy watching the boxing thing.
Yeah.
Uh, I watched I didn't watch the last one, the Woodley one, but I watched the one against the basketball guy,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And who fought Floyd Mayweather? Was that Jake?
Logan.
That was Logan. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, like I
Logan's
watched.
got like he's getting like the heavy. No, I wouldn't say heavy hitters, but like he's getting some legends in there.
Yeah, real people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and like I said, I enjoy that. I enjoy, but I enjoy the sport and I enjoy
And
watching that. But as
it's
far as
not
their,
like Jake isn't fighting real people. Like at the end of the day, he's still having a boxing fight.
yeah, it's still a boxing fight, but it's like
Yeah,
it would be better if you fought like professional boxers. I do agree
yeah,
with that. But like
yeah.
I don't know, like who is it? He fought Nate Diaz, right? Or
No,
no,
no, no,
not
no.
Nate Diaz.
Tyrone. I'm so bad. Tyrone
Tyron.
Woodley.
No, he's fought
He's fought him twice.
well, who fought Nick Diaz or whatever? Was it Nate or Nick? And he ended up winning, and it was really controversial.
For Jake beaten.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was Jake or Logan. Didn't they?
Jake's won all his fights. Logan's lost all his fights.
Oh, well, what MMA fighter did Jake? Ben Askren. That's who it
Oh,
was.
yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah,
not Nate Diaz. Fuck.
yeah.
Definitely not Nate Diaz. Yeah, Ben Askren. Yeah, that's the guy who like. And then people are like, "Well, fight a legit boxer," but I'm like, "Yeah, but to say Ben Askren's not an experienced fighter is
That's
that's
just yeah, and that's just like Tyrone Woodley. He's UFC as well.
yeah, and that's what I mean. Like they're not, yeah, like they're not like maybe yeah they're not boxers like they don't just specialize in boxers as in boxing. They
Mhm.
specialize in MMA in general, but like
Yeah,
still, it's not like they've never been in the ring before, like that. Like the basketball guy. Okay, I get it. I get the
yeah,
criticism. I get the
yeah. That
criticism
I get that. Yeah.
because he's never fought in his life. But like to say that MMA fighters are at a complete disadvantage is just it's just not true.
No, they
The-
understand the concept of fighting.
yeah, because half of fighting is not even what you're fighting about, like boxing or MMA. It's about being under pressure in a ring. It's a lot of
Yeah,
pressure to it's a lot of pressure to be have all eyes on you and there's a chance that your ass might get kicked.
yeah,
So I don't know. I think whatever. Like I said, I don't watch any of their stuff, but it's like I'll point out good things where they are, and also I won't accept people's criticism of shit that I don't think it's fair criticism, you know? For
you know what
like this Game Boy thing. It's
you
just
know what I would like to see from the one of the two brothers to fight?
who's that?
That guy you were talking about earlier, like before the podcast, we were talking about an Iranian Hulk.
Oh Jesus Christ. This guy fucking scares me.
Yeah, the Iranian. He's called the Iranian Hulk. The
Yeah.
21-year-old that looks like he's 46 and fucking looks like he could eat a fucking skyscraper.
Holy Christ. Okay, I saw this guy. His name, yeah, Sahad Garibi. That's his name. He's an Iranian bodybuilder, and I've heard rumors about him like wanting to come to like UFC or something like that, like
Oh my
fight in
god.
America. But I'm like, holy fuck. I think the problem is that he's too big.
Yeah, dude, you'd
The-
fucking swing and they'd always be able to dodge him. But if they didn't dodge him, well, they'd be dead. So
wait a
guy
minute.
guy just grabs you and fucking just rips you in half.
Wait a minute. How could, what was I on where it said he was 21?
I don't know.
I'm looking on here now. It's saying he was born in 1999 or 1991.
Okay.
So he's 30 years old. He's still younger than us, though.
He still looks 45 for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, he's still like 45. But he's like, you guys, if you're listening, open a Google tab, open a Google on your phone, and yeah, just look up the Iranian Hulk. Like this guy's
like six of me to get all put together.
no, literally, you could fit a Ryan in each part of his body. You could fit a Ryan in each leg, in each arm, in his body, and then in his head and in his dick. Like this guy, yeah. And like it's funny that they call him the Iranian Hulk because he literally looks like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like if you painted him green, he would look like the Hulk. Yeah. I don't know. I remember. I don't remember. I don't remember where I heard it, but I thought I heard some rumors about like wanting to get him into fighting in the US and stuff, and I'm like, holy shit, would I love to watch this guy fight. Like
Yeah, no kidding.
who would enter the ring with that guy? Like
Oh god, that's fucking terrifying.
like who played the Mountain? That's Bjornsson, isn't it?
Yeah, like the world's strongest man.
Yeah. Half forward Julius Bjornsson. Well with the accents and stuff. It's probably half your Julius Bjornsson. Yeah, I think that's his name. But yeah, like he's big. He's a big motherfucker, and he's not like this guy could probably eat him. Everybody knows him as the Mountain in Game of Thrones. I know him as the guy from the what is it called? SodaStream. Yeah, the SodaStream commercials. Do you remember those commercials?
I'm trying to remember him.
He's like just a big fucking guy. He's like, I drink the SodaStream. Savoy, you want to try to take two of that? Yeah, it's the bubbles in the water, and then I drink the kill people. It's good. Buy it. Buy it now.
Buy it now.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, fucking crazy fuck. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
So apparently he is fighting.
Who's he fighting?
He's I think from my understanding,
He's fighting.
he has to fight this guy named Ford that also looks like a fucking another Hulk.
Oh, is it Martin Ford?
I think so.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Martin Ford. Yeah, they're
Fuck,
supposed to be. They're fighting this year.
holy shit.
For both men, the showdown at a 20,000 capacity venue.
Oh, I thought you meant 20,000 pound.
Oh God.
It was a 20,000 pound venue. Holy fuck, these guys are gonna start. Holy shit. They're both so massive.
I don't know. But the thing Ford has over him is height.
Yeah.
Ford's 6'8" for fuck's sakes.
Holy Christ. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. That
that's
reminds I was gonna say a random thing too. Uh because I post on all the socials for the podcast.
yeah.
Somebody contacted me and they're like, "Oh, you should promote your podcast on such and such." And it's this Instagram page, right? And I'm like,
Oh, I think I saw that actually.
yeah, and I think they just commented again on a new one. And I'm like, oh, why not? So I contacted those people, and they're like, yeah, we'll feature you on our page. And
Okay.
they're like, oh, it's only like $500 for the
I
starting.
knew it. I knew it. As
Yeah,
soon as you had hesitation, and I'm like, they want you to fucking pay.
yeah. Well, and that's what I knew ahead of time too, because I know A, nobody does anything for free, and
Yeah.
B, this is scummy. It looks because obviously they have bots that are following the hashtag podcast. Because
Yeah.
you ever notice if you add a certain hashtag to any picture or post, there's always those odd people that will like it automatically
Yeah.
or they'll comment automatically, and it's just I think that's what they do is they just have a bot kind of deal that it when people put hashtag podcast, for example, they'll comment and be like, promote it on this.
Funny, actually, I just typed in "not rich, just bored,"
Yeah.
and there's like a little side thing on Google that actually says "see results about not rich, just bored," and it says join Cody, Ryan, and Justin while they talk about the world, and then click on it, and it brings up like literally Facebook, Twitter, Anchor. That's kind of cool.
That's on is that on does
So
it show
if
Anchor?
you go on Google,
Uh,
just
are you
Google
sure?
"not rich, just bored." Yeah, I just
Oh,
for the heck of
every
it, I just did it.
anybody who's playing at home, you want to follow along?
Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
It
Oh yeah,
It's like to the right, there's the on the left side of the screen, it's like all your results, right? And then on the right, there's a little see results about, or that's
oh
what it
yeah,
has on mine, anyways.
that's sweet. Yeah, I see that. Nice.
We're
Yeah.
famous. We're famous. We're on Google.
Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I was getting excited. Yeah, yeah. Follow us on all the socials, motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
but they, what was I saying? Oh God, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Ah, damn it!
That's
Ah,
okay.
damn it, Dale.
Yeah.
What?
God damn it, Dale. We were talking
He
about
could
fighting.
join. He could join in, Richard. It's really okay.
Oh,
I asked him twice not to interrupt.
the
Oh, I
but yeah,
sorry. I
500 bucks.
oh yeah no oh yeah yeah. That's what they wanted was $500 to promote on there. I'm like good fucking luck.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm not. I like they have millions of followers, but
Mhm.
it's literally just a bunch of people trying to promote their podcasts to other people. Like nobody's gonna take it seriously.
Yeah.
It's just a promotion scam, right? Like
Mhm.
no, like you do it to get your name out there, but like nobody on that page is going on there to find good podcasts to listen to. They're just going on there to fuck around, like just basically promote their page.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah, no thanks.
The
Then they're like, we take payment plans.
yeah. Um So actually, an interesting thing that just happened today, because we we talk on Wednesdays, which is the 5th. Chevy announced their truck, their Silverado, electric.
Oh,
And while they did that, they also announced their electric Equinox and their electric Blazer.
well, that's sick.
Yeah, it's interesting. Their electric Silverado is going based off of the old Avalanche. I don't know if you remember the Avalanche.
Oh, so it's a smaller one.
So no, the Avalanche is a full size truck, but the Avalanche they used it for two brands. They used it for Cadillac for the Escalade truck,
Yeah,
and then yeah, this the Silverado Avalanche.
I always thought it
And
was a little bit smaller than the Silverado, though.
nope, I think it was the same size. The thing that made the Avalanche though was you could push the back like you technically could turn it into, from my understanding, a two seater or
Right.
you push the back wall forward, and then that way you got this extended bed um on the fly kind of thing.
Yeah, so you can sleep outside like on a night like tonight, where it's -40.
-46. It actually, I think it got to -48 where I'm at.
Oh my god. It's
Yeah,
warmer down here. It's only -30.
really. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was rough today, man. I probably
Meanwhile, the
used up.
Americans are like, "Oh!" I know
Yeah.
I saw your Snapchat where you're like in your balaclava, you're like, "Getting cold, McCready."
Yeah, no kid, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, I actually saw your real Snapchat though, where you had the balaclava. You're like, "Any girls want to come warm me up?"
Yeah. It said fun. I think it was like -47. Fun. The what
Yeah.
it was literally my toque, like right down close to my eyes, and then I have a face shield,
Well,
neck warmer, and I just had that over my nose. So yeah,
yeah.
it kind of did look like a balaclava.
Well, everybody knows what you meant. You're like -37 fun, which means fucking unreal nudes.
Oh my god.
That's what fun
Definitely.
real. That's what fun real. That's what
Yeah,
fun means.
fun. Fun.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. And N is for anywhere and anytime at all. Do you know the rest of that song?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I've watched SpongeBob here and there, but
Oh,
I
so
never
you
watched
do
it.
know what it's
I
from.
do know, yes, I do know that it's from SpongeBob, because one, the tone of voice that you do kind of mimics SpongeBob. Um, yeah,
Ah!
yeah. The so with these Silverados,
Yeah,
I guess
electric
I just bring
vehicles.
that back up. It's supposed to do 400 miles, which I still don't. I'm not really impressed by that.
400 miles or kilometers?
400 miles
That's not bad though. That's like,
on a single charge. But
yeah, it's
like
not too.
I just think of highway driving though.
Can you get that much on a gas tank?
Uh, oops, I'm just taking a look right now.
In a truck? Like, if 400 miles, that's 600 and some.
643.
Yeah, 643. Yeah, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
I think I think a person can easily get like my car. I think a truck could easily get that.
Yeah,
But the thing too though,
especially those V6 Rams.
yeah, yeah. The uh,
Fucking losers.
the the issue though is at the end of the day when you get to the next city and you're low on fuel, you go to a gas station and you spend 5 minutes to fill it up, and then you can go another 600 and something kilometers, 700 kilometers.
Yeah,
The thing with the truck is, hey, we got a 6 hour journey. Oh, well, we're going to have an 8 hour journey now because we're going to spend an hour fucking charging up or
yeah.
longer.
It is that like how long do they take to charge?
I have no idea.
That's what I'd be curious about because I know like for example Tesla, they charge they charge really really fast. Like they could charge in like I don't remember how much. Like I think it's maybe like 15 minutes on their fast charge thing.
for a full charge.
I think so. Here, let me look. Let me look it up. We're gonna fact check this.
Yeah.
How long to charge a dead grandmother? Oh, oh, sorry, Tesla.
It takes only about 30 minutes to an hour and a half to charge any model of Tesla.
How much?
Apparently between 30 minutes to an hour and a half.
Okay, that's for the supercharger, right?
This other one says it can take anywhere from 1 hour to 7 days to fully charge a Tesla.
Oh, that it,
How
hey?
long it takes for your Tesla depends on which model you own, the type of charger you use, and how much charge is left in your battery when it begins charging. Sorry,
Oh,
kids. I
thank
only
you so
have the
much.
normal plug-in outlet to plug in the car. We're not gonna leave for the next 7 fucking days.
Oh my God. 36. Oh yeah, okay. So it really depends if you have the 440 volt, which is the Tesla supercharger, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's where it's like half an hour, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So about half an hour. The
Okay.
Roadster, which is unreleased,
Yeah.
only goes up to 220 volts so far, and that's seven
Oh,
and a half
wow.
hours.
Oh, that's what I
And
mean. It's just like,
yeah, Model S is an hour and a half though, and the Model X.
yeah.
The Model 3 seems to be the best one for charging, and
But
Model
that's the
3
thing.
and Y.
An hour and a half you gotta wait to get another what? How many mileage? 350 miles?
Yeah, well, it's definitely not ideal for long road trips.
No. And that's
No.
the biggest, like, again, I understand it's the now, and in the future they should hopefully have something figured out by
Oh
then.
yeah.
Like
Well,
a good example is our cell phones. Cell phones are a
yes.
good example
I
of
was
the
just gonna say
technology.
that.
So,
I was just gonna say that how look at cell phones. Do you remember when you had to charge? Like, okay, so back in the day, we had like the Nokia type phones, which were fucking hulks, and
yeah,
then you never had to charge them, like ever, like once every week, and but when they were dead, they took quite a while to charge,
yeah,
but they still kept a battery forever, and then later on with smartphones, the battery would die pretty fast, but then you'd have to charge it for like 2-3 hours. And
yeah.
but then nowadays, like the batteries suck ass still. Like they die really fast. But that's because the phones are really advanced. But you could charge them up in an hour.
The crazy thing I just thought of is, okay, and I think a lot of older people, and like in our generation as well, to a certain degree, if you are into vehicles and understand the whole financing thing. I'm not good at finances by any means, but what I'm trying to get at is a car is like one of the worst investments you you can get, right? It's always a depreciating thing, right?
Yeah.
Um, the thing is, I was just thinking of this. Just it literally just came into my head. I think getting a Tesla car or any electric vehicle as of right now, and probably for the next few years, is probably going to be the worst It's a way worse investment um, than a gassed vehicle right now, and it's not. My reasoning for that I just thought of, and I haven't really thought this fully over, is the fact that it's the topic we're talking about. Is these old current vehicles that are coming out, these new electric vehicles like the Silverado and stuff like that, it's going to take a few hours to charge. And it's like I said, an hour and a half, half hour to charge, right?
Yeah.
Say 20 years from now, we could have that 5-10 minute charge. And then now, and the thing is, everyone's going, everyone's go, 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 right? There's like, you need to get somewhere, right? And 20 years from now, this 2022, 2025 electric truck,
Yeah. The
no one would
Tesla.
want to buy. Yeah, no one will want to buy that. Why? Because one, the battery is going to be rough at that point, because the
Yep.
batteries right now that are coming out are not long-term batteries, from my understanding. and so they're going to cost an arm and a leg. And then on top of it, the charging time, unless they can somehow, if there's somehow a software update or a small little upgrade that will uh, compete the charging of the old gen electric vehicles with new generation electric vehicles, where you can get that quick 5 minute full charge top up. I
Right.
think it'll just really kill the resale value of an electric car, an older one, anyways.
It will. Well, I think you're right. I don't think I'd like to say we're triggering Larry. Shout out to Larry if he's watching, but sorry, dude.
Yeah, it
But
probably triggers a bunch of people. But like when you and I'm not trying to be mean. Like if you
no,
like
but
the electric vehicle, you're also the reason why the people that buy these electric vehicles. You also are the reason why innovation's still happening
yeah,
going into the electric thing is because there has to be a people that need to buy it, but it's still the fact that remains at the end of the day that electric vehicle is going to still have worse, in my opinion, depreciation value than any gas or electric vehicle
yeah,
until the battery has a long like a 800-mile battery that can take 10 minutes to fill up. Yeah, you'll just never. I just I don't know. That's
yeah.
my viewpoint on that.
I, I don't. Yeah, and that's how I feel too. I don't. I feel like what people are doing right now,
Hmm.
buying the Teslas that they're buying, they're essentially buying like, like a 1950 or 1950s or 60s Plymouth or something with no
Hmm.
power steering and no nothing. They're buying like the first of its kind. They're buying kind of the first electric vehicles,
Yeah,
and they're going to progress so fast that they're just going to have a relic in 10 years. That's all they're going to have.
yeah,
It's going to be and this was a topic I wanted to bring up, which made me lose a lot of faith in Tesla, but
yeah.
it's another thing that's going to be a problem in the future too. This whole thing, I thought it was a joke at first. I honestly thought it was a joke, and I thought it was just people being haters, and just like Jake Paul, Logan Paul shit. I like to look into things just to see if people are being, you know, just haters or if they're being like legit. But I guess this is a legit thing that, uh, like Tesla will actually blacklist vehicles, if they're I, from my understanding, it's if they're in a certain accident, or or if somebody attempts to repair them themselves. And I don't have any proof on this, but from what I heard on a couple Reddit posts, and we know how truthful Reddit is,
Hmm.
but take it with a grain of salt. But there was a couple of guys saying that something as little as changing the wheels on your Tesla can uh, it can it can blacklist your Tesla and from the Tesla supercharge network. And now what does that mean? That means that you're charging that means that you don't have access to the fast charge supercharge Tesla thing. So
Yeah.
your charging time almost quadruples. It's insane. Like
Mhm.
I remember this guy had a video, and this is where I went down the rabbit hole because I was wondering about it. But he had some TikTok or something. It was like before Elon blacklisted me, and it was like an hour to charge or something, and that's like after, and it was something like 9 hours and 37 minutes. It's like holy
Oh
fuck.
God.
But it's like, but like the reality of it is, like, I don't I understand why they're doing it. Like from Tesla's point of view,
Yeah.
it's because Tesla's it's essentially a startup still. It's not a recognized brand like Ford or Chevy.
Hmm.
It's still essentially a tech startup by one guy, right? And
Yeah.
so they don't want people fucking with their shit so that, you know, say somebody adds, modified wheels and it makes their Tesla crash. It'll look bad on Tesla. So I understand where they're coming from, but like, what do you think the future's going to be like, though? You know,
I know.
do you think you're never like, what happens if those wheels burn out?
Oh
Like,
God.
like especially with how fast some of these cars are going, like the Roadster and shit.
Yeah.
From what I heard, um, you have to in like the Bugatti Veyron and stuff, like those supercars. You may be able to confirm this, but I heard that it's part of your maintenance eventually that you actually have to change your wheels because because of how fast because of how fast the car goes and like how much torque it has, it'll actually fuck up your wheels over time.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I was investigating because I saw this. It was another video of people being like, before you buy a supercar, consider this. And it was going through a bunch of maintenances. Like we all know about the $10,000 oil change on a Bugatti and all this and that. And then,
Yeah.
but then, but then this one guy's like wheels every 2 years. And it's like $25,000 or something, or
Yeah.
or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you need to change the wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked into it. And apparently, it's a torque thing, and just over time they literally get warped, I guess, because the car's it's too fast, bro.
Yeah, I think it was Top Gear I was watching where they were talking about a Bugatti Veyron, how it's like $40,000 for wheels for the car.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All I can think of is the old man from Pawn Stars going, Rick, sometimes I think you're just so damn stupid.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
What's that? The the
I
Pawn
said,
Star?
yeah, I said, Rick, sometimes I
Oh,
think you're just so
so
damn stupid.
stupid. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the
Rest,
old
re-
guy.
yeah, rest in peace, the old guy.
Hmm.
I think he died.
Uh,
I think he died back in 2019,
yeah, I think so. A few years
so,
ago.
something like that.
Um, so an interesting thing too, we kind of talked about a little bit, not on the podcast. This is just recent. Is
Oh,
the new and this is next podcast. If Justin's on it, I want to talk to him and get more of his opinion and stuff, his thoughts on this. Is so AMD and Intel, uh, I guess showed off some of their stuff.
yeah,
More smaller end stuff. I guess AMD showed off their new CPU, their 7000 series. So with desktops, how it went is they had for AMD, for people that are not really familiar with the CPUs. They I think it was 2017 they did Ryzen 1, which is like the 1000 series, and then Ryzen 2, which is 2000 series, which you have in your
yeah.
computer, I think. And then the Ryzen 3, and then I think how it went after that. They did Ryzen 4, like they had the 4000 series, but the 4000 series went to their laptops, and then they made a 5000 series, which went back to desktops, and then 6000 series is going to their laptops again, and then now 7000 series is going to their desktops.
So what you're
Um,
saying is they're bad at naming things.
oh, well, yeah, because the thing is they have graphics cards too, and currently their graphics cards, their current ones are 6000 series. So I'm curious what they're going to do now. Are they going to have 7000 series GPUs and CPUs? Like
Yeah,
that seems like a weird marketing thing. But I mentioned this too in Messen, like when we were talking. Is it wouldn't surprise me though, because the thing at the end of the day is AMD has released a 6000 series and 7000 series GPUs from like 2011 and 12, because I had the 6950 and you had the 7750,
7700.
7700, right? So again, it doesn't really surprise me too much. But yeah, they also announced, so AMD announced their CPU, and then they announced like kind of like starter GPUs. They have like a 6500 series that's supposed to do like really good for 1080p gaming for like what did they say? I think $200 US.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And Nvidia is releasing their 3050. They're starting one for 300 US, I think. But what I'm curious about, because there's a silicone shortage, and if people are not familiar with that, that's the reason why there's not as many vehicles out right now. Like if you go into dealerships, like especially in our area, there's like fucking no vehicles, especially like for General Motors, because they really rely on chips in their vehicles, and so it affects all technology, the silicone shortage. um so it makes me wonder, because they go, the MSRP price is $200, and then the other guy's like, it's $300. But then when it comes to the real market, we have scalpers that increase it to 600, 700, $1,000,
That,
doubling the price of the GPU.
that's fucking gross.
Yeah.
And how much VRAM does that one have? The 20,
Uh
50 you said?
3050, yeah. 3050, I think Nvidia, I think it has 8 gigs actually. It's supposed to sorry, 250. So it's $50 more than the uh the AMD one. But from my understanding, um I thought it was 8 gigs. Like I think it's a standard now to only have 8 gigs going further, going forward, sorry. Um
They want it to only be 8 gigs going forward.
minimum,
Oh, minimum. Okay, I was
you know what I mean?
like the
Like
fuck. I was like, because what was the last one? It was
it also, the crazy thing too, yeah, eight. So it's DDR6 memory, kind of RAM. It's running at 8 gigabytes, and then boosted at 1.7. The To me, the CUDA cores and the boost clock don't really mean much to me. I don't understand that part. I just know that this fucking thing, I think, can compete against my fucking 1080. And it also, and for a $250, now keep in mind the 250 is also American pricing, so probably like 320 Canadian or something like that for us. But still, a $320 card, you get 8 gigs of RAM, you get ray tracing, you get DLSS. So no matter what, you get an improvement over like an old card like mine. You have a 2000 or a 2000 series, so you get the ray tracing, the DSLN, or DSLL, or whatever the heck it's called.
yeah, DLSS.
Thank you. Yeah. See, I don't know that because my card doesn't do it, so I don't see that stuff.
Dude, DLSS is fucking. That's like the goat, man. It's so awesome.
Yeah. Well, to give you an idea, because I have I don't know if this is specifically for footage 4K desktop. Okay, here we go. I think they're using. I wonder what kind of video they're using this video on. But anyways, it's Metro Redux, I think it's called.
Metro Last Light Redux or
Yes, that's right. You played that, right?
yep.
And they show on their 30 series cards, with it off, it's getting 39 frames, and with it on, you're getting 107 frames.
Oh yeah. Well, I was playing Warzone with Justin the other day,
Yeah.
and I was only getting like 45 to 60 frames at
Hmm.
1440.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that's not terrible. But then I'm like, oh fuck, this game has DLSS. And
Yeah.
then after we completed our game, I went to the settings and yeah, it boosted me up to like 150 frames.
Wow,
That's at 1440.
that's wild.
Oh, it's gross, man. It's night and day difference. Like at 45 frames in a competitive game like that, it's like unplayable.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah,
like,
competitive gaming you can't have low frames. And for people that don't understand what DLSS, it's a AI software that's built by NVIDIA. Um,
I made
to
it.
what it's doing is it's upscaling. So like in theory, like what it's doing is like Cody said, like he's playing 1440p, and you were getting what 40 frames? You said.
Yeah, about 45 to 60. It was
Yeah.
bouncing
So
around.
that's at around that, and that's true 1440p. So what it does is the graphics card, it downscales it probably by a certain amount, maybe downsizes it to a 1080 where you get bigger performance, but then it uses AI to render and project for a 1440p upscaled image
Yeah.
through all AI, and then it makes it easier for the graphics card to run that, and then you get the high frames, plus getting a nice clear picture from um, the AI DLSS.
Yeah.
That's from my understanding. I could be a little bit wrong, but
Yeah,
you can look up info on it.
I think that's about right. But
It, it
it is really fucking cool.
DLSS stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling.
Yeah. No more anti-aliasing.
Yeah.
No more anti-stropic filtering, bitch.
And also the cool thing too is you get this thing called ray tracing, and that's from my understanding, ray tracing is also like AI. It's also software based AI uh, pushed lighting software.
Yeah, for realistic lighting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
AI
and
generated.
yeah, the God rays and all that shit. Yeah, they're fucking cool too. Like,
Oh yeah, it's crazy what it can do to a game's environment.
yeah, like they released that Quake demo, the Quake RTX demo,
Yeah,
and like that was fucking cool with ray tracing.
yeah.
Like an old ass game like Quake, and it's
You were kind of mentioning something a while ago about like scalpers, though.
yeah. Well, I was gonna bring it up too with the since you were talking about the GPUs there, but and unfortunately this isn't in Canada, but I hope one day it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even in America yet, but it's just being introduced in the House of Commons or whatever the fuck they call what's their thing called? Uh, legislate. I don't know. The Senate.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it the Senate because it sounds cool like Star Wars. I am the Senate.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're introducing a bill, and I don't know much about it yet, but it's supposed to make scalping illegal, like for scalper bots,
Okay. Yeah.
and they're putting. Maybe I'll look up a little bit on it right now. But it's supposed to be legislation to make it so that like using a scalping bot online is illegal, and I am 100% for it
Yeah.
because scalping bots illegal because yeah, it's a U.S. Congress. That's what I was looking for. It's a bill could be used to ban console scalper bots. So they're talking about consoles in this case, which is also not good because that's one of the number one scalp things too. Is the new the new
Yeah. That's
consoles.
the new big thing. Yeah. Like towards uh technology and stuff like that. Yeah. Because scalpers are to a certain way kind of messing up the economy. Not crazy. I'm not
Yeah,
like saying life changing or anything, but it's the fact that like
yeah.
you're 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 messing with other like I don't know how the best
You're
way to put it.
at the end of the day, you're just being a dickhead for your own profit, and you're making it so that other people uh they can't benefit from the industry. They
Yeah,
can't. There's no stock.
yeah,
It's it, and to me, I know this doesn't make sense, especially if a lawyer's listening. But to me, it's almost like an unfair competition law. Like that's when people have a monopoly. Like in business, they have if they have like an unfair monopoly on the market,
hmm
they can get sued for having like a unfair competition. That'd be like if like if Walmart decide that they sold all their video games at $20 cheaper than every other store just cause it could be like an unfair competition thing. But anyways, but it's to me it's something like that because it's not fair to your average consumer because they can't compete. You and Justin were in on that trying to get the 3090s.
Yeah.
Justin got
Yep.
lucky, he got one.
I was,
But
you know what? And with that too, I'm so frustrated with myself on not just taking his ticket
right.
because he just got it refunded in the end. Just drives me nuts because I literally could have had one.
Yeah.
It would have been a little bit further down the line, but I would have definitely had it by now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure you would have had it by now.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, they're talking about how this is an old bill that came out in 2016 to ban scalper bots from buying sports tickets
yeah,
to sporting events. But they're thinking about expanding the law to apply to video game consoles and hopefully to the GPU market.
hmm
I just ultimately for me, I think bots should just be illegal in general
yeah,
because they're not fair. It's not except for the bots that are recording this call, of course.
yeah, yeah,
Craig and Gyark, they're okay.
yeah. Knock on wood. I don't have wood, but so I'm just gonna say fuck it. Craig or
I
Geark has not left the chat yet.
Yeah.
they're sticking around this time. Maybe we're not that boring. I don't know.
Well, Gyark's always the one that pieces out. He's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought it was Craig.
or no, yeah, Craig does.
Yeah.
Gyark's like, we go into the snow. It is cold outside, comrade.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah. Either way, I hope this bill goes through, and I hope they ban scalping because it's bad enough that we have a chip shortage and stuff like that because of the pandemic, which is bullshit, by the way. But it's like scalpers on top of that. Give me a fucking break. And that this there's one thing that this pandemic has shown me, and that's that people are fucking awful and they are not nice
Yeah.
because because so, sounds good, buddy. But yeah, the yeah, like I said, there's one thing the pandemic has showed me. It's that people when it comes to a fucking worldwide catastrophe, um, at the time when people thought it was bad, people think it's a joke now, which let's face it, it is. But when it was bad, rather than helping people and banding together, everybody turned into a fucking asshole. You know, oh,
Yeah.
we got a chip shortage. Oh, scalpers are at it. Here we go.
I know,
Oh,
man.
oh, new systems. Oh, it sucks. Nobody can get them. Scalper.
Yeah.
I got all this time on my hands. I'm laid off work. I'm sick for a month with the carnivore virus. I wish I could play my new PS5. Oh, no, I can't because they're out of stock because of scalpers.
hmm
Oh, toilet paper. Everybody becomes a fucking hoarder all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know. That's
gross.
I know that's the frustrating thing, man. About it's like it's supposed to be this crazy pandemic, and literally all it's done is the pandemic has pretty much just brought out the worst in people. It's brought out the worst in like everybody.
hmm
Everybody's just fucking being ugly right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's all I have. That's all I really had to say about that. And I think
Yeah.
I think we could probably wrap unless you got anything else.
Uh, yeah. I guess the only thing really I have is that Resident Evil thing.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Um,
Yeah, let's close it up with this.
yeah. So it's okay. So these guys, this group, they're like a modding group. Um, and so what they've done is they're currently making a Resident Evil Code Veronica remake.
Oh shit.
Um, and yeah, but recently they just announced that they're making a Resident Evil 1 remake but they're doing it with the RE engine, which the last games, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, and Resident Evil Village are based on. And so what they've done, which is really cool, is the first game, just the intro of it is all cinematic of a
Yeah.
helicopter coming into the forest. They land, find Beta, Bravo team's helicopter, get chased by dogs, end up in the mansion.
No. Don't
No,
go.
no, yeah. Um, where what they're doing is they're recreating this whole Resident Evil 1 with the engine, and but taking elements from 2 and 3. So how it goes is you actually get to play out, um as I think in the trailer that they showed was Jill Valentine. So you actually start at the RPD station, like before the whole incident and everything, because one takes place before. So it's
Right.
like they redid the Resident Evil, the Raccoon City department, and it made it look like all super like clean and stuff. And there's like AI walking around and like RPD officers walking around and shit like that. And like you kind of interact with the environment,
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
you get sent by helicopter to the forest, which I imagine they'll make a cutscene or something for that. But then you actually play out the forest scene trying to find the helicopter, and then getting chased, and then getting brought into the mansion. And then they were showing off, like, because like at the end of the day, the what made that Resident Evil 1 hard is the camera angles, the unpredictable camera angles, because you didn't know where some of the zombies were because of,
Yeah.
yeah, again, the angles of the game and the tank controls and stuff. So what they've done is they made the levels like really dark,
Oh.
and so it kind of I wouldn't say it completely plays out like, you remember Doom 3, how you had the flashlight, you
Oh
needed to
yeah.
use flashlight. They kind of have that going on, but you can use your gun, of course. But you have to have your flashlight equipped for certain areas, or you're just not going to see the zombies and stuff. It looked really awesome. Um,
Oh, so it's gonna be like the movie Welcome to Raccoon City.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I imagine people are going to be super angry about it. Oh wait, no, it's a
Yeah.
game, so everyone's going to love it. I forgot that's how the Resident Evil franchise works for
Yeah.
fans. If it's a game form, they can butcher it as much as they want, and everyone will love it. But if you get like a different, unique idea for the movies, God have mercy on your soul, because you're
Yeah.
gonna burn to hell.
There better be a scene in this remake where I'm in a dark hallway with nothing, with no candle, no flashlight, and all I have to do is shoot to see where I'm going.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the muzzle flash.
Dude, like in theory you could, though. You could reenact that scene because of how dark it is. And yeah, you'd be shooting, you'd just see the zombies, like certain areas are lit up, of course, but yeah, you should be
Yeah,
able to do that actually.
I'll have to check out this trailer after we're done the
Yeah,
podcast.
definitely.
That sounds awesome though, and
Yeah.
they're remaking Code Veronica.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing. Now, it'll be interesting to see how far they get, and um uh,
'Cause-
we'll see also how Capcom also takes this as well. It's going to be
yeah,
free. As a mod, it's going to be free, and then they'll ask for probably donations, of course, which is understandable.
yeah.
But well, yeah, again, we'll see how Capcom treats this. It's either they're going to be like a cease and desist and fucking
More than
um
likely.
yeah. Yeah, but if that's the case, Capcom better be goddamn, like. There's already been talk about a Code Veronica remake by Capcom.
Yeah, that's what
Uh,
I want. That's what I want more than anything.
yeah, so they're making four right now. So yeah, they're making four right now. So after remake four, then I think, in my opinion, it's either going to be Code Veronica or else one.
What about remake 5
I know, right?
and
I
remake
think
6?
that they honestly, I could honestly see them probably do something later on. Capcom, if they can make money, they'll do it.
Oh yeah,
But again, I think it's weird to me that they're going to do four before the one and two, or sorry, one in Code Veronica. Seeing one in Code Veronica are both on the old tank controls,
yeah, yeah.
where four is like where they started changing stuff up. But then again, four is was one of their, at that time, compared to all the other ones, 4 was like their biggest seller.
Oh yeah, four is literally
4
in
changed the game for that
yeah,
series.
in most people's eyes, it's the GOAT.
Yeah. So that's why I see them doing 4s, because they have so much nostalgia and stuff on that one.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to see the new graphics if they do like on the what are they called, Dementors or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
Reanimate.
those regenerator kind of guys?
Yeah, what the
They were
hell were
like
those things
really
called?
shaky. I forget what the name of what they were really called, but yeah, they were freaky as all hell.
Weren't they called Regenerators?
They they might have been.
I can't remember. Creepy creepy tall black creatures from Resident Evil 4.
I think they are called regenerator.
Yeah, I think so.
The regenerators, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they were messed up for sure.
Yeah, it was just so weird because like the whole game is literally like the weird little like the what they called the parasite guys.
La Plagas. La
Yeah,
Plagas or
yeah,
something.
yeah. The Lost Plagas,
Yeah.
freaking like the Lost Plagas guys, and it's like that's normal, but
Yeah.
like just normal zombie weird people, and then it's like near the end of the game, you come across these fucking things that are like,
Yeah, they're breathing all weird and shit. And you
yeah,
shoot their limbs and then they just grow back. It's like, oh god.
and actually in Resident Evil 3, the remake, they had those kind of weird things in body bags.
Yeah.
They were like regenerators in a way. They gave me the creeps anyway.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing
Yeah.
the body. I also didn't like the frog creature
Oh
thing,
god.
launcher or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah. The the heck, those were,
were they like hunter alphas or something?
yeah, they were called the betas because the alphas were, um they're like a green
Yeah, those frog
lizard
people.
looking frog people, yeah. Where those ones are the betas.
Yeah, still creepy. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. That's awesome, man. I'm excited to see what becomes of that. And like I
Hell
said,
yeah, man.
I'll watch that trailer after we're done here.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, yeah. I think we'll probably wrap it up there. I gotta go take a giant shit. That large Papa John's pizza is coming back for revenge. Smells smells blood in the toilet water. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do when there's blood in the water?
You,
I know.
you call a doctor.
I know what you're gonna do.
What's that?
You gotta do. Uh, uh, oh. Uh, uh,
Oh fuck. Yeah. The falling and
uh, oh.
oh yeah, yeah.
I, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have the people from the front desk like phoning my room pretty soon, being like, "Oh, we got complaints on the ninth floor, moaning really weirdly," and then yelling out, "Ah!" I'll just be on the phone with her. Yeah, does it sound like this? Ah. She'll be like, "Yeah, that was the guy." I'm
Yeah.
like, sorry, I was having sex. But yeah. Anyways, I think we'll end it at that, and we'll see you guys next week. Don't forget
Hell
to
yeah.
don't forget to check all the socials in the description below. Like and subscribe on everything. And Ryan, where do you stream?
I stream on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/the_Houster.
Yes, that's the_Houster. And I'm at twitch.tv/code manliness. It you know how to spell that. CODEMANLYNESS. Come on, get it in your head. And yeah, we'll see. Check them out, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. This one also, as a disclaimer, it will not be up on Thursday like normal. I apologize, but yeah, I will not be back home until Friday. And all my editing shit's at home. I can record on the fly, no problem.
Yeah.
But I need that solid 8 gigs of VRAM to really render that shit at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks everyone. We'll see you next week.
Peace out, guys.